They say the internet is like an iceberg. What you see, YouTube, Google, social media, that's just the tip. But deep beneath lies something darker, something hidden, something that was never meant to be found. Tonight, we don't just browse, we descend. Welcome to Beneath the Surface, a journey into the dark web. To understand the dark web, you need to understand how the internet is layered. Think of it as a pyramid, each layer deeper, more obscure, and more dangerous. One, surface web. This is the visible part of the internet. It includes everything you can access through standard search engines like Google or Bing. News sites, blogs, Wikipedia, social media platforms, shopping sites. This is where most online activity happens, but it accounts for only about 5% of the total internet. It's public, easy to find, and heavily monitored. 2. Deep web. Contrary to what some might assume, the deep web is not sinister by nature. It's simply unindexed content, pages search engines can't access. Think online banking, email inboxes, academic journals, government databases, cloud storage. You need a password or special permissions to access these areas. 3. Dark web. Now we descend. The dark web is a hidden network within the deep web. It's intentionally concealed, requiring specific software, most commonly the Tor browser, to access. It uses onion routing, layers of encryption that bounce your signal through multiple nodes around the globe, making users and hosts nearly anonymous. It's a haven for whistleblowers and political activists, but also for black markets, cybercriminals, and predators. It's where the law has limited reach, and evil often wears a mask. Let us move to what happens in dark web. 1. Black marketplaces. Darknet markets like Silk Road, Alpha Bay, and Hydra have allowed users to purchase illegal drugs, counterfeit money, hacked credit cards, and even forged identification. 2. Hitman for hire services. Though many of these sites are hoaxes or sting operations, some have been taken seriously by investigators. Detailed request forms, target profiles, and staged proof photos have all been found. 3. Red rooms. These alleged live-streamed torture sessions allow viewers to pay to decide a victim's fate, though many say these are urban legends or viral hoaxes. 4. Child exploitation networks. Arguably the darkest and most active aspect of the dark web. Password-protected forums and invite-only communities exist where illegal content is traded. 5. Data leaks and doxing hubs. Everything from medical records to intimate photographs, financial data to confidential emails is for sale. These dump sites profit from human vulnerability, posting thousands of real names, addresses, and passwords daily. Let's dive into a case that can potentially be the most disturbing case of decade. Peter Scully, a name that elicits dread even from hardened cybercrime units. Originally from Australia, Scully fled to the Philippines in 2011 to escape fraud charges. There, he built an empire of terror on the dark web. He founded a site selling custom-made torture videos of children. The most infamous series? Daisy's Destruction. The name sounds almost poetic, but what it contains is beyond comprehension. One of the victims, Daisy, was only 18 months old. In the videos, children are restrained, mutilated, and tormented. Scully used local recruiters to lure vulnerable children with promises of shelter and food. What awaited them instead was abuse, filmed and streamed for paying customers worldwide. Videos reportedly sold for up to $10,000 in Bitcoin. The setup was meticulous. Cameras placed strategically, lighting arranged to capture every expression of fear. Some scenes were shot in soundproof rooms specifically built for torture. Viewers could request particular scenarios, and Scully would deliver. One girl was buried alive. Others were forced to harm each other. Victims were sometimes kept in cages or hung from ceilings. Scully even forced some of the mothers to witness the acts. And Scully didn't act alone. He employed girlfriends and accomplices, many of whom were locals, to help orchestrate and record the torment. Some were victims themselves, coerced into complicity. After years of international manhunts, Authorities finally caught him in 2015. A specialized cyber task force tracked encrypted video packets and payments to a specific IP in Mindanao, Philippines. He now serves a life sentence, though many say that's too lenient. Investigators say the most horrifying part is not just what Scully did, but that there were buyers. Thousands of them. From all over the world. Men, women, professionals, people hiding behind usernames, bidding on pain. His arrest brought a small sense of justice. But the fact that Daisy's destruction existed at all, that haunts investigators to this day. So why do people go there? Curiosity. Many are thrill seekers, drawn by morbid fascination and the allure of forbidden knowledge. They want to test the limits of what they can find, what they can endure. Urban legends about red rooms and hitmen attract daring adventurers who often underestimate the psychological toll of what they might discover. Anonymity. Activists in oppressive regimes, whistleblowers, and journalists use the dark web as a lifeline. It allows them to communicate without surveillance, to publish truths that could cost them their freedom or their lives. It's not always about crime. For some, it's about survival. Hidden blogs, underground news, secure messaging. The dark web gives voice to the silenced. Depravity. There are those who crave what society has rejected. People who are drawn to the unethical, the illegal, the grotesque. For them, the dark web offers an unregulated abyss where fantasies, no matter how dark, can be explored, paid for, and sometimes enacted. IP addresses are masked, but nothing is ever truly untraceable. Some users have reported receiving threats after just browsing. Others were never heard from again. The dark web is not a place. It's a reflection of what humanity is capable of when no one is watching. What you see in the light is filtered. What lies below is not. So if you ever feel tempted to look beneath the surface, ask yourself one thing. Can you handle what you find in the dark?